Small business is about courage, risk-taking, independence, and we small business owners are survivors. Everybody has an idea for a business, but how do you take that idea from mind to market? This is the place to learn.
Small Business School with Hattie Bryant.
It's a new kind of school. Together we'll learn about business from the inside out, from the people who've done it. We'll meet the men and women who are today's pioneers and quiet heroes. Their lives are the textbooks. Our classroom is the world.
Small Business School is made possible by support from IBM. We're not just for big business anymore. At our website, discover how technology can move your business forward. When it's your business, everything matters. IBM. And the United States Postal Service, delivering the promise to America's 23 million small and growing businesses. There's no wait at the post office in your own office. USPS.com is waiting for you.
Hi, I'm Hattie Bryant. We created this program to help the millions of us who have a business and to encourage those of you who want to start one to go for it. Today's program is about a company who's been to the brink of failure and now lives to tell about it. Every week here, you have the opportunity to spend 30 minutes with a real survivor, and this person is willing to tell the truth about how they've built their business. We call these 30 minutes a master class. In college, music students have teachers, but they also attend master classes taught by professional musicians, pros who make a living doing music. Now join our master class and meet a pro who has built a business, John Hawkins, Cloud9 Shuttle. Every day, 35,000 travelers fly in and out of San Diego's Lindbergh Field. Once they arrive, they need ground transportation, and for a growing number of passengers, it means hopping on Cloud9.
Welcome to Cloud9.
I met the man behind the incredible turnaround of Cloud9. Where else? At the San Diego Airport.
It's an international airport, but it only does about 13 million people a year.
John Hawkins and his colleagues took over the failing Super Shuttle franchise, created a new company, and captured 75% of the shared ride market. And this was John's first experience as an entrepreneur.
Much of the stuff I've done through my career has been start new programs, create something out of nothing, but it was always for somebody else. So this was exciting because you were playing with real bullets.
Your money.
I, with another fellow, came down here as part of a turnaround team to fix a very broken thing. We had fixed other broken things in our careers in big companies. What we probably didn't realize was that in the process of fixing those things, we had very deep pockets, and if something went wrong, you could just kind of pull out a great big cannon and shoot it, and it would go away. It would be fixed. Here we came in and thought we could apply all the smart business school textbook things, and it would work like magic. It didn't. We did 8 weeks worth of investigations, due diligence, and sorting things out, and told the then owners that it was dead. It wasn't broken, it was dead. So we put it into Chapter 11, we turned it around, we stopped the red ink and the bleeding, fixed it up, shored it up, and brought it out of Chapter 11 through some of the normal classic things that one would do to fix a company, reduced wages, changed our marketing focus, sold assets, did all those things, brought it out. In the process of getting it out, we sold our houses, we emptied our pockets, we did everything we could to save our own bacon and to save the bacon that we had put in the fire. You know, I worked for 5 years for no income. That's very hard.
How do you stay motivated yourself?
Well, life is fun. You know, business is a great sport.
Wait a minute, you sold your house, you didn't take any income.
Got divorced, I had all kinds of, lost.
You're one of these nice homeless people in San Diego.
Yeah, exactly. But, we got in so far that we didn't have any choice but to come out the other end of the tunnel.
It's not surprising Cloud9 won an award for San Diego's most enterprising business. You took a dead company,
got it back to life.
You renamed it, you reinvented it completely.
Nurtured it for a little while.
Forget re-engineering, you reinvent it.
I think that's probably true. We changed it from a franchise to something that was independent. And we thought that independence would work in San Diego because San Diego doesn't like being a suburb of LA. And we were an LA-based company's franchise. San Diego wants to be itself. It wants to have its own personality. I think San Diego does envision itself as paradise, and Cloud9 kind of fit with that paradise-type environment and palm trees and sunshine. So all of that chemistry actually worked our advantage. But the real guts of this was textbook, stick to the knitting, follow the script, don't deviate from your plan, make it work based on solid business principles. And as we went further down the line, we quit doing things like experimental that you might do in a big company because you couldn't fail. We wanted to, get singles. Don't try for home runs. Get to the plate, get a single, get on base, move the guy along, get him in, score runs, win games day in, day out. And so we started to try to do the real simple things, academically correct day in, day out. And I think that that's what we do today. We don't do everything that we do looks, our marketing's fun and flashy and cute, but it's really core business principles. Differentiate yourself, make yourself unique, become something, brand yourself as a product that someone would want to prefer or name. So we've, those are all business
what's
academics.
in a name? Stop on that a minute.
Nothing's in a name. Band-Aid, Kleenex, Charmin. But if you go back to the great companies in America, Ford, Disney, Nordstrom's, DuPont, those are people's names. They just named the company after themselves because they didn't know any better. What did those names come to mean was something radically different than Old Man Ford or Old Man Disney or Nordstrom's or DuPont. Those people built in a real brand identity with their name. So our name is cute, it's fun, it's unique, it's different, it's largely differentiated from what other people do in airport transportation, people to and from the airport. But for us, what we wanted to do was brand ourselves like those people that had done such a marvelous job in branding. Cloud9 came about because in 1991, when we started this thing, we wanted to go get a vanity phone number, and we wanted to get 1-800-4-SHUTTLE because we knew that it'd be easy to remember, and people would dial 1-800-4-SHUTTLE, and they'd get us, and we'd take them to the airport. 800-4-SHUTTLE belonged to the U.S. Virgin Islands. We went back to White Plains, New York, tried to get AT&T to break the rules and to give it to us, and we were going to spend money, which we had none of, to get this number because it was so important. We couldn't get it. Pac Bell had 1-800-9-SHUTTLE. We said, well, a little bit is better than nada. Take 1-800-9-SHUTTLE.
The former director of marketing, Mike Deal, recalls the renaming exercise.
We sat in a room and sat down, and we made the decision at that time that if we weren't going to be Super Shuttle and we weren't going to be Sure Ride, who were we going to be? When we took a picture of all the competitors in the marketplace, we had to ask ourselves what they were selling. And it really just showed that they were hauling things. And we wanted to capture an opportunity of a personality, put a name that's sellable.
Pain reliever.
We had it all. We had from Golden Retriever, On Spot, On Time, Leopard Express, San Diego Shuttle, Paradise Shuttle, Super Ride, which was common. But it wasn't until one of the gentlemen in this group here, Jeff Nauser, he says, you guys got the name sitting in front of you, you're just not leveraging it. We've had this 1-800-9-SHUTTLE for a long time as Super Shuttle. He says, you're talking about comfort, you're talking about reliability and safety. He says, you live in paradise, and like today, it's a little gray, but it's winter. He says, you're on Cloud9.
And we all said, you are on Mars. You are crazy. You're the weirdest guy in the world, which he still is. And he's terrific. But he said, the best thing that I think has long, it's got longevity, it's graphically extendable, it's legally protectable. And we had all those things written on the wall. That has to be, a good name has to be these 36 characteristics. If it passes that screen, it's a good name. This one passes that. It's unique, it's different, it's sellable, it's cute, it's appealing to young and old, male and female, visitor, residents. It's got long legs in the San Diego community. You guys can make this happen. And we thought he was crazy, but then we put it back through this very academic list of things one had to do to be able to name a product successfully, whether it was Coca-Cola or Kleenex. It passed all those screens, so we said, okay, 1-800-9-SHUTTLE is Cloud 9 Shuttle. Like Mouseketeers at Disneyland, you can't have a bad day when you show up at the park and you put on your Disney uniform. You are on stage. So, and we actually said that. This tie makes you on stage. So when the shuttle driver gets out and says, welcome to Cloud 9, how can you not have a smile on your face? This in fact, is a management tool. This telegraphs what we, and I think it's our strongest point of sale management tool, it telegraphs what management believes the customer is supposed to see and feel. So if we tell 2 million people in San Diego, this stands for quality, this stands for service, this stands for enthusiasm, this stands for somebody being on time and being a neat person, then that person has to live up to that standard, because we've told 2 million people 100 times that's what this means. And our drivers put this on, and we tell them now, if you aren't signed up to do that, don't put the tie on, because that's what it's all about. And our customers know that, and they expect that.
We've all heard the term re-engineering for years, but John had the opportunity not just to re-engineer, but to reinvent with a core of great employees and a business built on the foundation of tourism in San Diego. The leadership came to the conclusion that they could build a shuttle company based on uniqueness. San Diego is a special place, and the shuttle to and from the airport could be and should be special. Super Shuttle franchises are found in many cities. The leadership came to the conclusion that they could come up with a name that would convey personality and uniqueness. What should a business name convey? Something different, something easy to remember, something that suggests the quality of the product. Unique, fun, positive, upbeat, crisp, clean, San Diego-oriented, and something that won't go stale. The name grew out of an asset they already had, 1-800-9-SHUTTLE. They replaced Super Shuttle with Cloud 9, and their strategy is working.
At smallbusinessschool.org, there is self-help study for people who want to start a business and for those who want to grow the business they have. From the home page, choose Steps to Start or Steps to Grow. Next, you'll find 8 steps or stages of growth. At each step, you'll find links to more resources. Also, from the home page, you can choose Learn Online for access to streaming video and interactive study guides.
The weird thing is, I'm looking at myself in the mirror saying, I'm going to tell the guys I went to business school with that I'm in charge of Cloud 9. And I thought, they're just going to laugh me out of the park. But then we went to the other end of the...
They all want to come to Cloud 9.
No, but we went to the other end of the spectrum, because people laughed at Disney when he started. You're going to create a feature-length cartoon, Snow White, the rest is history. So we thought, well, yeah, okay, I'll tell my friends I'm in charge of Cloud 9, and you're still working for a living. You've done something wrong. We're having a ball. We're on Cloud 9. So we started out, and we were going to, all our prices were going to end in 99 cents. We had the 9 commandments, which would be our driver's rules. All our vans would be 901, 902. We wouldn't call them vans anymore. We'd call them clouds, and instead of van number 123, it was Cloud 999. Then we started a culture of this is going to be fun. And we introduced this to our employees and said, this is who we're going to be, and we walked them through the same logic system, and they all said, you're giving up this national franchise name to become Cloud what? Clown who? And some of these, they thought we were crazy. They thought we'd just, lost our marbles. We'd put no science into this. Some people quit. Some people didn't want to work for us. And, surprising, people are security conscious people. They thought we were crazy. We said we think this is going to be differentiated by a bunch, and then we went out to build quality in that name and to make it Nordstrom's, to build an equity behind our name and to make it household word. This is our
Cloud 9 has tried to be a good member of the community. The vans carry ads for nonprofit organizations.
But 10 of our vans we give to good things every month.
So this is a good cause.
Yeah, March of Dimes, Think Ahead, Healthy Babies,
So they didn't pay for that?
No, we just, this month it's March of Dimes, next month it's
the Buick Invitational at Torrey Pines. The next month is happy 85th birthday to the Girl Scouts. The next month, April, is Good Luck Padres opening day.
So you have all this in your head?
Oh yeah, because it's so much fun.
That when you started working with this industry, you were with Super Shuttle, or it was a Super Shuttle.
Oh, it was a Super Shuttle
and
franchise.
they wouldn't allow this advertising
No.
on the back
No.
of the van. So
Well, they're a franchise, so you know their indicia is very, very important to them to make sure that, you know, like McDonald's, they wouldn't want somebody to use creative liberty on their golden arches. So Super Shuttle had a special or certain way of doing business, and that was it. And you couldn't do anything to generate some local identity, or in our case, by advertising on the back, create barter monies with radio stations to get airtime for outdoor advertising.
Half the people who fly into San Diego are visitors. The other half are residents. John realized residents spend 3 times as much per ride as visitors, so he shifted the marketing target to residents. As a result, Cloud9 is seeing revenues rise with the longer rides and repeat business only residents can give them.
People like to live in San Diego. Then we try to hire folks that were born on the right side of the bed, and then teach them what we do, and they just are born with a smile on their face. Our most important asset is our people. If our most important asset is our people, we better well make sure that we've invested a huge pot of money in their success, and whether that's compensation or whether that's cultivation, you know, whatever it takes to get that done. You can buy vans, anybody can buy vans to make them work, to make them dance, to make them sing. It takes people.
Every Cloud9 driver receives 3 to 5 days of training, including everything from marketing and sales to routing and safety standards.
He started as a driver.
Oh, you started as a driver.
The head trainer is Mike Thornhill.
Well, we instruct our driver trainers into a little history of San Diego as well. So they're more than just driving a shuttle. They're somewhat of a tour guide, a problem solver. They have to be a mathematician. They have to think quickly on their feet, and they have to have some wit about them. And it doesn't help to have anything other than a wonderful sense of humor about themselves.
So you're looking for attitude, sense of humor.
Absolutely.
What else?
Yes. We have a number of retirees, people who've been retired from the military as well as from their 30, 40-year careers, and they're looking for something else to do. Sometimes the spouse just wants them out of the house, and they're looking for something really fun to do, and the majority of our drivers absolutely love doing what they're doing. Driving with Cloud9 because you're working in the people business, and those individuals in the people business who have a marvelous time with each other.
How do you find the right attitude?
Well, we have the individuals come in and they stand up and have a chance to talk to us about why they like to be a Cloud9 driver.
You mean they get up in front of a group?
Absolutely.
They have to give a speech?
Complete strangers, up to 40, 45, 50 individuals. And
40 or 50 people in the audience, and the person has to stand up and say why I want to drive for Cloud9.
Complete strangers, and if they have any intimidation factor there, well, we say you're going to have 7 strangers on board your Cloud9 shuttle. Why would you be intimidated by...
So this is an audition.
Yes.
It's like
Primarily,
trying out for a
yes.
play.
Absolutely.
Or the
But
theater.
they're told they're going to have to do this.
So they do
when they're
know in
the,
advance.
When they fill out their little form and they have a clean driving record, they're told you're going to have to come in,
And
stand
answer
up
the
in front of a
question.
large group of people and tell them why you want to be a Cloud9 driver. And you have to do it with enthusiasm and exuberance, or you're not going to get the job.
Okay.
They are hired by their willingness to participate
Okay.
and to have fun.
Well, do you find when you go for the personality, you find also a person who, like me, hates to fill out a paper? fill out
Absolutely,
paperwork?
absolutely. So that's the end of my speech, that bear with it, guys. It's really necessary because we all want to be on the same page in the hymnal so that it works for 300 people, not just one. If it was only 5 or 10 guys, everybody could have their own idiosyncrasies, but for 300, there needs to be some policies and procedures and practices. So bear with this stuff, and it'll consume half of your energy for the first 2 weeks, and you'll be really frustrated because you're a personality person. You're not a mechanical person who would be very good at what we're trying to drive down, square peg in the round hole. But once you get good at this, it'll be second nature, and you can let your personalities come to the front, and that's what makes your incomes and gratuities, and that's where you get a large proportion of your wealth.
I love going to work every day. I have fun.
So do I.
You make some money?
You've got to.
Well, you can always get him to give me a
I'll
raise.
give you
any
more
old time
raise.
you
I'll
want
give you
to.
more. As soon as we make it, you'll get it.
All right.
Okay, she has to get to
We've
her
got a
dance
dance
class.
contest to
So
get
when
you
you get
so
along. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks. People think that we take money from people, businesses take money. I think we collect wages.
This is originally where San Diego started in this area here.
When you retired, why didn't you just stay home and do nothing?
I'm not that kind. I just can't stay home and do nothing, and I like to talk to people and meet people, so I came out to Cloud9, and it was really not Cloud9 at the time, but another shuttle company.
Right.
And I decided that it sounded like a good opportunity for me to get out of the house for some days a week. And
Well, now, did you have any idea you were going to have so much fun?
no, I didn't. It was really kind of a mystery about what the job was all about. But they train you before they put you out on the road so that you can learn some of the basics. And from there on, you just learn how to be a good driver.
You know, the thing that seniors, I think, possess is an absolute love of life because they've seen a lot of it, and maybe they know they ain't going to get that much more of it. And, you know, and I think that they want to live it to the fullest. They're just the best people that, you know, and that was a generation, you know, whose parents or who even personally experienced the Depression and world wars and hard work. These are honest, hard-working, good people. You just gotta love them, and you know you can't get enough of them because honest days work, honest days pay, all the right stuff. And I think, as Mike Thornhill shared, these people they're there because they want to be there, not because they have to be there.
Cloud9 vans are new, clean, and always in top condition because safety comes first.
It's astounding, it really is. The quality that goes in, they spare no expense. The reason why I would have my family ride it is because of the preventive maintenance program that they have. The average mechanic here has got 25 years or better. So I've been doing it 20 years.
And you think
Always
that
maintenance, always
this
mechanic.
is as good a company as you've ever worked for?
The maintenance team is the best, the very best. I really mean that.
The marketing strategy has been so successful, John has had to slow down expansion to put the technology in place needed to sustain more growth.
We won't make it without added technology, and it's actually great that there is the technology so we can continue to grow. The way we communicate with our vehicles today is basically walkie-talkies.
I need the last driver in the lot, please. Last driver in the lot.
Somebody's inside our base near the airport, and then the vans are all over the county. And that's fairly archaic. That's Stagecoach, and we need to be Space Shuttle.
983 standby, sir.
Yeah, we've grown as large as we can manually. We definitely need the technology to grow any farther.
Mike Forbush started as a driver. He is now responsible for installing this new technology.
The tracking system does three things. It tracks the vans for us, where they're at and how fast they're going, and we can, if the driver gets lost, we can walk them in because we can see exactly what street they're on and where exactly they are at live time. And it'll also send data through a computer screen to the driver telling him what runs to go, what time for the pickups. And the third part is the credit cards, where the driver will just swipe a credit card like in a restaurant or something, and the tracking system will process the credit card through for us.
So that's exciting.
Yes. The drivers will like that a lot. The less they have to do, the better.
Technology is not a bell or a whistle. It's not something sexy that we want to look good or have some fancy screen. It's an absolute necessity for us to continue to grow the business. And as long as there's demand, our customers want to buy our product. We're duty bound to figure out how to create more product. Right. So this is a breakthrough for our business, and we never thought it was always kind of, wouldn't that be great? This is a bell and a whistle. This is absolutely necessary now, so it's a huge investment. It's another one of those reach into your own pocket, sacrifice for the good of the company, but it's the right thing to do long term.
One more year with no house.
One more year with no house, probably. But that's okay.
Well, now, does a person have to have an MBA
No.
to make it in business?
Absolutely not. But look back at history, the guys who've made it haven't. Today it's an advantage. It doesn't hurt you, but I think enthusiasm and will and hard work and all the old-fashioned things that you learned as a kid, work hard, work before play, all those things, that do your homework, the test will come out okay. What made us successful was the will to get it done and the drive to not quit. Before you do it, you think, wow, this is going to be easy. I can go out there and have the Midas touch and spin yards of gold. In reality, it's harder. It's not as lucrative. It's Its highs aren't any higher, its lows are much deeper, but it's exciting, and it's you get to control maybe some of the good things that other businesses you didn't have that control. Just, you only get it once, just love it, do it.
What's in a name? Nothing, or just maybe everything? Have you asked the question, how does my business name impact the bottom line? Maybe it's time for a change. We'll see you next week.
Small Business School is made possible by support from IBM. We're not just for big business anymore. At our website, discover how technology can move your business forward. When it's your business, everything matters. IBM. And the United States Postal Service, delivering the promise to America's 23 million small and growing businesses. There's no wait at the post office, in your own office. USPS.com is waiting for you.
If you want to learn more about starting, running, and growing a business, come to our website, smallbusinessschool.org. There's streaming video and interactive study guides.
The only way we can compete with big business is to be faster, smarter, and better. We are the engine of the American economy. We create the jobs. Small business is about big commitment. It's about sacrifice and struggle. But we do it because we say, if I don't do this, my life won't be complete.